a spree, where mysteries and terror be, and darkness comes for you and me. Join us on a slasher spree. There's no place to hide, and soon you'll see siblings on a slasher spree.
Greetings from the shadows.
After a long and unplanned hiatus, the siblings are back.
Woo! And to be fair, we were on a Hawaiian cruise. Sorry, not sorry.
That's true. And between the jet lag and the horrible colds that we both brought back with us, we just didn't have our shit together.
I think our listener will forgive us, especially when they hear what topic we're tackling this week.
Ooh, and what topic is that?
Well, it's all about human sacrifice this week. Thank you for that. We realized after recording our last episode that we didn't use a single air horn, and it just felt unnatural.
Unacceptable.
For shame!
Oh, I know. People were reaching out and asking if you were okay, specifically.
They weren't, but...
Okay, fine. Let's get back on topic. Today, we're going to explore the history and cultural implications of human sacrifice.
Ooh, mostly in general, but since we were just there, we decided to touch on how this topic is associated with Hawaii's history as well. So let's get started. There, we'll make up for it.
Yeah, we'll make up for it.
Okay, and I'm just realizing now that I'm kind of snotty still, so I'm not sure how to get rid of that.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, it is what it is.
It's pretty loud, right?
I mean, we would have to push this another week, and let's be real, it wasn't going to happen.
Right,
our listener would be furious.
Yes, well, apologize to anyone that has to listen to me snot. So
yeah,
let's kick it off. Randall.
All right. So, human sacrifice, a ritual as old as civilization itself, casts long shadows over the chronicles of human history. This macabre practice, once widespread across various cultures and continents, has left an indelible mark on the collective consciousness of humanity.
From the ancient Aztecs and Mayans to the Celts and the early civilizations of the Near East, human sacrifice has been practiced for reasons as diverse as the cultures themselves. Its legacy, steeped in blood and shrouded in mystery, continues to fascinate, horrify, and influence the modern world in subtle and profound ways.
Human sacrifice was often rooted in the belief that the gods required blood to be appeased, nourished, or thanked. Whether it was to ensure a bountiful harvest, victory in war, or to maintain the balance of the cosmos, the underlying belief was that the gods demanded a precious offering, and nothing could be more precious than a human life.
The Aztecs, for instance, practiced human sacrifice on an unprecedented scale, believing that the sun god Huitzilopochtli.
Say what?
Yeah, let me see how I pronounce that.
Loved it.
Needed the nourishment of human blood to continue his journey across the sky. Similarly, the ancient Celts were reported by Roman sources to practice human sacrifice for divination. Apologies. See, look, I got cocky.
Yeah.
To appease their gods, a testimony to the widespread nature of this ritual.
Yeah, the act of human sacrifice was not only a religious gesture, but also a tool of social cohesion and control. It served to reinforce the power of the elite, demonstrating their direct link to the divine and their control over life and death. The spectacle of sacrifice, often public and dramatic, reinforced the social hierarchy and instilled fear, obedience, and unity among the populace. In this sense, human sacrifice was as much about power dynamics within a society as it was about spiritual beliefs.
While human sacrifice is no longer practiced, that we know of, in the vast majority of the world, its legacy endures in our cultural consciousness. It surfaces in our fascination with ancient civilizations, in the horror and intrigue that surround depictions of these rituals in media and literature, and in the way we understand the concept of sacrifice.
Yeah, the idea that ancient peoples believed so strongly in the power and necessity of sacrifice to maintain the world order challenges modern sensibilities and invites reflection on the nature of belief, the value of human life, and the evolution of moral and ethical standards. Furthermore, the legacy of human sacrifice is evident in contemporary religious practices and symbolism.
So, the concept of sacrifice, now mostly metaphorical or symbolic, remains central to many religious rituals and narratives. For instance, the Christian narrative of the crucifixion of the one and only Jesus can be interpreted through the lens of sacrifice for the greater good, a theme that resonates with the ancient practices in a vastly different context.
The study of human sacrifice offers valuable insights into the human condition, presenting a stark reminder of the capacities for both cruelty and devotion within human societies. It challenges modern individuals to reflect on the values that guide their actions and the nature of the sacrifices they deem necessary or acceptable, whether in the pursuit of personal goals, national interest, or global well being.
Moreover, as archaeology and anthropology uncover more about these practices, there is a growing appreciation for the complexity and sophistication of the cultures that practiced human sacrifice. I don't know if I put like human sacrifice and sophistication in the same sentence, but I guess if you really think about it, this understanding fosters a deeper respect for the diversity of human spiritual and social expressions, cautioning against simplistic judgments and encouraging a more nuanced view of ancient societies.
Yeah, so let's hop on our broomsticks now and fly all the way back down to the beautiful Hawaiian Islands and explore
Yes.
this topic as it relates to the history there.
What sound do you think a broomstick makes when it flies? All I can think of is Hocus Pocus with the vacuum cleaner.
Oh, same, yeah.
Just a vacuum cleaner sound effect.
And I really,
Uh,
I really enjoyed that they used a Roomba in the new one.
yes, that's true. That I forgot about that. That is funny. That is
So good.
what a world. So yes, we've flown back down to stunning Hawaii.
Uh, uh,
Human sacrifice, known as hoha, I don't know if that's correct, but in the Hawaiian language, played a significant role in the religious and social practices of ancient Hawaiian society. While it's important to recognize that human sacrifice was not a daily occurrence in Hawaiian culture, it did occur in certain contexts and periods of history, leaving a mark on the island's cultural heritage.
Before the arrival of Europeans, the Hawaiian Islands were inhabited by Polynesian settlers who brought with them their own religious beliefs and practices. Central to Hawaiian religion was the concept of mana, a spiritual energy or power inherent in all things, including people, objects, and natural phenomena. Maintaining balance and harmony in the spiritual realm was crucial,
Mm.
and offerings and rituals, including sacrifice, were seen as ways to appease gods and maintain this balance.
Human sacrifice in ancient Hawaii was typically associated with religious rituals. That's hard. Religious rituals aimed at gaining favor from the gods, ensuring, again, good fortune or averting disaster. It was believed that by offering something of great value, i.e., human life,
Mhm.
the gods would reciprocate with blessings, protection, success in endeavors like fishing, farming, that sort of thing.
Yeah, human sacrifice in pre contact Hawaii took various forms, including the ritual killing of captives taken in warfare, the sacrifice of criminals or individuals deemed to have violated sacred laws, and voluntary sacrifices offered by individuals seeking to gain favor or fulfill vows. Sacrificial victims were often selected based on specific criteria, such as physical perfection or spiritual purity.
Ooh, see, on
If
one
that's
hand,
not
you're
a
like,
reason, I was gonna
damn,
say, if that's not a reason not to work out, I don't know what is.
I'm going to keep eating these chips. The arrival of Europeans, particularly missionaries, in the late 18th and early 19th centuries brought profound changes to Hawaiian society, including the suppression and eventual prohibition of traditional religious practices, including human sacrifice and hula dancing. I mean, those two get vastly far on the spectrum of things, but you know how Christians be. With the spread of Christianity, the establishment of missionary schools and churches, Hawaiian culture underwent significant transformation, and many traditional rituals and beliefs were suppressed or abandoned, which such a shame. I mean, human sacrifice, maybe not such a shame, but
I
every
feel like they were
you know?
probably very quick to suppress the hula dancing, but they were probably like,
You
well,
know?
we'll get around to the human sacrifice.
What?
Uh, as Hawaiian society underwent rapid changes during the 19th and 20th centuries, including the overthrow of the Hawaiian kingdom and annexation by the United States, traditional religious practices, including human sacrifice, became increasingly marginalized and stigmatized. The once central role of the kapu, sacred laws system, which regulated social behavior and religious practices, was dismantled, further contributing to the decline of sacrificial rituals.
That seems like such a little tiny piece.
Yeah.
You know, like their culture and all of that stuff was so rich in everything, right?
Mhm.
And then it all just got squashed. Today, human sacrifice is viewed with horror and condemnation in Hawaii. And I think that's fair,
Yeah.
as it is elsewhere in the world.
Mhm.
While the practice holds historical significance and cultural relevance, it is regarded as a relic of the past, incompatible with modern ethical and moral standards. Efforts to preserve and celebrate Hawaiian culture often focus on aspects such as language, dance, music, traditional. Tra- Ooh, another tongue tire. Traditional crafts, rather than practices associated with human sacrifice.
Yes. So in summary,
In summary, yes, please summarize.
human sacrifice in Hawaii, like in many other ancient societies, was intricately woven into the fabric of religious and social life. Well, its practice declined and ultimately disappeared with the influence of external forces and cultural shifts. Its historical significance continues to be acknowledged and studied as part of Hawaii's rich cultural heritage.
The legacy of human sacrifice is a testament to the profound and often perplexing ways in which spiritual beliefs, power dynamics, and ethical considerations have intertwined throughout human history. It serves as a mirror reflecting the darkest and most devout aspects of the human psyche. As modern society continues to grapple with its own concepts of sacrifice and value, the ancient practice of human sacrifice remains a poignant reminder of humanity's ongoing quest to understand itself and the universe it inhabits.
Boom.
Mic drop.
Okay, so while this episode isn't about our trip to Hawaii, we did creatively work it into our topic this week, and therefore it seems like a missed opportunity to not talk about it just a little
We're gonna take it there.
bit. I wanted to quickly mention and shout out the oddity store we found.
Yes.
Antique Freak, located at 139 North Market Street in Wailuku, was the place to be.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Really cool store with oodles of stuff to look at. The staff was amazing too. We both picked up items there. So, Kristen, please tell everyone what you found.
Yes. So, yeah, just a quick kind of shout out to the store. Uh, when you walk in, I think you're expecting like just a little like kind of local shop, right? But it's so many levels.
Yeah.
You know, like it just kept like going and going and then up and then down and then outside and then around and yeah, it was a lot to look at. All very very cool. The two gentlemen that were working there, I think were they both the owners?
I don't know if they were both I think one of them was definitely the owner.
Okay. Yeah, I don't recall exactly, but so I actually found two items. I found and I wish I could. I've been like racking my brain all day because he told me, like, he actually opened up a book and showed me what this little hula girl was,
Ah,
and I cannot, for the life of me, remember.
you didn't take like a little picture or something?
No, it all happened very fast. But anyways, if he is listening to this, because I am going to tag them so that people can find them, um, help me out because I forget entirely. Like,
Yeah.
I just my brain, it's gone. So anyways, it's this really, really cute, very, very old hula girl. She has like her original little straw skirt. She's
Mhm.
precious. She was my number one
Yep.
buy. And then just in passing, I saw a doll, and the tag in it said, "Please buy me. I see it in my dreams." Um, so naturally, I was like, okay.
Of
So
course.
added that to the purchase, and she's on my shelf now. And she does have like, every time I look at her, like I notice something different, like about her dress or her face, or so yeah,
She
those
is
are the
cool. She has a cool vibe.
yeah, yeah,
And the
those are
price was
the
right on her for sure.
oh yes, yes, for sure. So yeah, I picked both of those little guys up. What about you? Because you got something as well.
Yes, I did. And before I talk about it, I just want to also quickly mention that I obviously started following the store on Instagram.
Oh,
Um,
same.
and the day after we were there, they posted a photo with Alice Cooper,
I
who was just
know.
chilling in the store looking at the oddities. And I was like, oh man, that was just, that could
Can
have
you
been us.
imagine? I would have died. I would have
Oh,
absolutely died.
oh, 100%. I
Yeah,
would be deceased. Yeah.
yeah. I forgot about that.
Um,
Because yeah, I follow them on Instagram too. Yeah,
as you all should if you're listening,
that's
because
true. Yep.
they do post some stuff.
Hmm.
But I found the cutest little old man baby sitting in a little wee rocking chair.
Yep.
He is absolutely precious.
Hmm.
The owners or owner of the shop told us about another little place down the road that was run by Grumpy Joe.
Yes, they refer
So
to him as Grumpy Joe.
as Grumpy Joe. So naturally, that's what I decided to call my little old man.
Oh,
Um,
you named him after Grumpy Joe. That's
yeah, I named
fun.
him Grumpy Joe because it
Okay.
had a story, you know.
Okay.
It fits.
Yeah. No, I like it
But
because it is.
then,
It's like, I don't think everyone understands when we say like this baby looks like an old man.
Mhm.
Like, it's the weirdest looking old man baby.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's just because of how aged it is, or if like
No,
because I
that's
can't
like
tell.
old man features.
But he's wearing like childlike garment.
Yeah, fair.
But anyway, we'll never know. So unless you're listening, and please send me some information on
Yes,
my little rocking chair
old
guy too, because
man
that would be great.
Grumpy Joe. Yeah.
So then, obviously, because they told us about Grumpy Joe and his store
Mhm.
down the road, we went
Yep.
down the road to check out Grumpy Joe.
Mhm. Mhm.
And his establishment was called Bird of Paradise Unique Antiques. And it was located at 56 North Market Street. And it was a dump. Rat feces everywhere.
I feel bad because Grumpy Joe, man, that guy
Oh,
lived
he
up
had
to
seen
his
some shit.
name
He had seen some
and
shit.
some. He was miserable.
Yes.
I mean, he was also 127 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel bad because yeah, his shop was bad.
Yeah.
Like, it was really bad.
Ugh.
Yet both you and mom bought something. So
Yep.
mom found like some old Pearl Harbor newspapers that she bought for dad, or Papa Slasher, as I should say, in case anybody was confused. Um, and yeah, they were really cool.
Yeah, and I was captivated by this little effigy statue I saw in one
Hmm.
of his locked cabinets. I was told it was a Balinese demon that he bought in Indonesia about 50 years ago. It's hand carved with this beautiful mix of stone and shell. He wanted $150 for it. I did my thing and hangled him down to $100.
Perfect.
Only to find a
Oh,
price
yeah.
tag on the bottom of it for $450. So I was
Yeah.
very happy about that find. Whether or not it's legit or where it came from or what it
Have you
is,
I know,
I don't
like
know.
I know in the Uber back, we were like, we did, like, a quick, like, image search kinda thing, like a quick Google.
No, to
We
this
didn't
day, I
really
haven't
find
found.
anything, right? Have you and you haven't found
No,
anything?
I've tried a couple times with the like. I took some better pictures when we got back.
Oh, okay, yeah,
I've
yeah.
tried using those to
Like a
elicit
reverse.
some type of response, but
Yeah.
nope, couldn't find anything. So it's either super rare or super old. I don't know. I'm gonna go with the fact that he did indeed buy it in
Yeah.
Indonesia like 5-6 decades ago, um, because it is like the shell part of it is aged and discolored. So
Mhm.
I want to feel like it is that old,
Okay.
um, and I've decided it's haunted, and that's just
Ooh, any particular reason?
no, it just helps add value.
Oh, understood. Yes, yes.
So yeah, super
Like
happy.
putting my Timothy in that box.
Yes.
Uh, so
What's in
for
the
our
box?
what's in the box? What's in the box?
Timothy.
Um, quite literally. Um, yes. So that's so. I guess quick backstory. You and I, Randy, went to a oddities thing a year ago, last summer, 2 summers ago now.
Yeah, that sounds about
Uh,
right.
anyways, found this ventriloquist, really old, named him Timothy. I was on Marketplace because I am obsessed with Marketplace these days. Like, I love
Hmm.
Marketplace. And found like a glass, like, display case that just fits him perfectly.
Made for him.
Um,
Yeah.
and it was $25 for the case. Like, it was
Oh,
really cheap. Yeah, it was really
that's
cheap.
really cheap.
Yeah. And yeah, Timothy's in there living his life, and he's got a sign now. He's got a lock on his case.
I
And
love
yes,
that vibe.
very haunted. I
Well, I guess, is there anything else you want to add?
don't think so. I think we covered human sacrifice sufficiently. We got to talk about Hawaii, which was again incredible and gorgeous and beautiful. And
Hmm.
yeah, actually, Antique Freak was, for me, one of the highlights.
Definitely.
So it does remind me though. Remember in the helicopter ride, we were going over one of the waterfalls, and the guy said, "Oh yeah, this is where like a bunch of kings are." I think it was kings. Maybe I shouldn't tell the story if I get it wrong. Um, there are a bunch of kings that are buried, um, like in this space, and basically you were kind of voluntold. It was like a privilege if you got to bring one of the bodies of the kings to this waterfall. You would chuck them over the falls, and then you would jump to your death yourself, so that no one would ever know where the king was buried, because I guess it was believed that
Oh,
they could, like, if you knew where the king was buried, you could, like, dig up his head and
and
get that power or whatever, right?
yeah, I
You don't
forgot
remember
about
him?
that.
You don't remember him going over that?
I do now. Yeah, and
Oh,
it's
oh, oh, oh.
perfect for this episode.
Yeah, right. It just came to me.
Oh,
Um, but yeah, they would dive over the falls to their death after burying the king.
wild. So we
So
needed to be like touched down and then look for
yeah, we
souvenirs
probably
there.
could have found some shit. Um, yeah, we probably could have got some good stuff, but that's okay.
Yeah. Oh, and
The
I was actually, quickly before you sign off,
ooh,
I was going to, for any of you who are, I guess, interested in watching a film related to this topic, there's not a
ooh.
lot, but I would like to shout out and recommend Midsummer.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
because it does touch upon this whole
Mhm.
human sacrifice thing, and it is a doozy of a film if you haven't seen it.
Yep.
It came out in 2019 and was directed by Ari Aster. Highly
Mhm.
recommend if y'all haven't seen it. It is a bit longer. I think it is a bit longer, like probably over
Eh,
2 hours, maybe. I don't know.
I feel like
Um,
even like comedies now though, like
it's
2
true.
hours and
Everything is
15
so
minutes.
long.
Yeah, like there is none, like there's nothing out there anymore that's like 80 minutes.
Yeah.
That's all I want. I want an hour and 20.
Yeah, like you might get some animated films at that length these
Oh, right.
days, or like maybe really like D, E, F quality independent horror films. Maybe
Even
that.
those seem to be 2 hours. But
But yeah, check it out. It kind of touches on this theme. It's at least worked into the storyline a
mhm,
little bit. And it's a
yeah,
great movie. So
great
there you go.
recommendation. All
Thank you.
right, so this has been Kristen
And Randy
slashing our way into your hearts.
and Nightmares.
Happy haunting.
Bye, witches.